We all brought that beautiful plant home, and a week later it dies. It's okay. It happens to all of us. But if you're a new plant parent and you really want to learn how to keep your plants alive, you definitely want to stick around. Hi guys, my name is Simone, and this is Plantposey. We get so excited because we see such beautiful plants and we don't really stop and think about their care. Or we might look up the care and we might think we're doing the responsible thing and finding out what we need to do to take care of it to make sure it flourishes, and the instructions are so vague. Here are a couple things that you might want to take into consideration. A lot of these subjects are very in-depth and we can go into a lot of information and scientific research, but we're really not going to dig into all that. Now let's just stick with some of the really basic care that the plant needs. Probably the most common mistake that new plant parents make is we choose a plant and we look for a space to put it. But really the opposite should be taking place. We should know our space and find the right plant for that space. Light is the most important thing for a plant to survive. And so many times we have very inadequate perception of what type of light we actually have in our homes. Looking into your space, seeing when the light hits certain areas. Is it direct sun? Is it not direct sun? When we can really stop and look at our space and see how bright that area gets, we'll definitely have a better understanding of what plants will survive there. So one of the next most important things, and I shouldn't say important, I should just say frequent because we've all done it, is watering. Obviously we see plants need water and we oftentimes think it's the fix-all. The only thing is, it doesn't quite work that way. So when we see a plant turn brown or we see the leaves start to get all yellow and fall off, it's probably because we're overwatering our plant. We're drowning it, essentially. So it's very important that we understand the timing and the watering needs for each plant that we bring home, because they also vary. Some plants you can go for weeks and months without watering, and some plants you have to water almost every day. So it's definitely important to know how watering works for that plant and not to think water is the fix-all. We don't want to drown our plants. Another big mistake we all make, and we all make it, is the type of pot the plant is in. We see a beautiful plant, we want to put it in a beautiful pot, and we bring it home and the first thing we do is we repot it. It's not always the wisest thing. Plants, they have feelings. Not like we have feelings, but they have feelings. They do go into shock. They do have an adjustment period they need when they come into a new environment. Climate changes from the nursery to our homes. Our homes have different temperatures, different humidity levels, different light levels, and it does take some adjusting for the plant to really get used to that. And when we repot the plant right away, oftentimes we're sending that plant into shock. And most plants recover, but not all plants can. So it's important that we are a little patient and let the plant acclimatize a little bit before we just send it into more shock. Oftentimes we get really cute decorative pots and they don't have proper drainage. The other thing too is we don't always think about the pot size. We just want to get a really big pot, put the plant in because we want the plant to grow in it, right? Well, some cases that might be true, but not in every case, and probably not the majority. Will the root system sufficiently fill out this pot? The roots might not be able to absorb all the moisture right away and causes problems for the plant. Oftentimes we just think bigger is better, and in this case it's not. A lot of plants really like to be root bound. They really want to be snug in their pot. And when it's time to repot, you'll know it. The plant will be busting at the seams, and then you really want to go only one pot size larger, because if your plant is spending too much time to grow the root system out to fill the pot, chances are it's not sending all that energy to grow the leaves, and you're going to be stuck with a small plant for a long time until the root system has really filled out that pot and that plant feels snug enough to grow elsewhere. And honestly, one of the biggest mistakes is we might think we don't have to fertilize. So just to summarize, just remember these basic things. Choose the plant for your space. And then the other thing too is just really understanding the natural habitat of that plant. If you understand your space and you can emulate the natural habitat of that plant, you're going to have a lot more success. It's going to help you understand your lighting requirements. It's going to help you water more adequately, and we're giving what every plant needs. Anyways, I hope this helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. Obviously, this is a brand new thing, and I just really can appreciate any little bit of support that you give. Do all the YouTube stuff down below. Comment, like, subscribe, all of that. And if you have any suggestions for me too, if there's anything specific you want to learn or see, let me know. Comment below. It's going to give me some advice and some content to help bring to you guys. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask below too. I would love to help as much as I can. Even though I'm far from an expert, I just want to share what I know.